Hello everybody and welcome to the Danforth Mosaic. We're on 108 Moberly right now, a fine street, and we are in a very unique situation. We have two nests and one branch. The branch being Moberly, this being one nest, a 17.75 foot wide semi that goes 100 feet back, and then behind that is the surprise other nest, a laneway suite that's one of my favorites that I have leased out in the summers, short term, for the last 3 or 4 years. Love, one of my favorite laneway suites. But let's get to that later. Let's talk about this one first. This is the buyer review, so it's a buyer video. It's designed kind of to be an interstitial between like an inspection and like a glorified video. So we're trying not to be too markety on this one. We're trying to give you kind of the cold hard facts. So if you want really pleasant things, then go to the website and look at all of my marketing material. You'll see pretty pictures and everything there. This is kind of cold hard facts. We do not have an inspection on this property as of yet. That'll probably be part of the sale. So it's just something we haven't done yet. But I can tell you from my experience, and so please keep that in mind, that this is mostly just subjective, that the shingles look like they're in excellent condition. The chimney has been cropped and has been lined. All of the brickwork is in pretty good shape, especially the columns. There is a little bit of tuck pointing may be required, like right around this area here, but not much, and it's not dramatic or dramatically required. The soffits and fascia have been all redone in this property. It's got these great aluminum railings here and here, so they last a long time. This is a block balcony with a poured concrete top and stairs with a really nice kind of mixed garden, and a railing because this is also a shared commercial laneway, makes it a little busier. And it does take a hit on this on this fence, but it's still standing. That is Eastland Park right ahead of us, which has water, kids, big like a water feature for kids, not a water feature, but you know what I mean, water park, and it also has a big playground just to the south a little. That's great for dog walking, so it's right there, and of course the subway is right over there. So that gives you a quick overview. You'll see that there is a walkout from the primary bedroom onto this roof. That roof has a really great membrane on it that is walkable. So let's have a look as we come in. What else can I say? There's going to be a mix of newer and older windows. That's kind of our oldest one there. The weird little ones are the old ones. And this is one of our nice new ones, casements windows. And there are California shutters here and there. There's also these kind of decorative shutters. We got a nice new name tag, which is a little solar light over it, so when it gets dark it turns on. Again, these columns are in good shape. Got a nice privacy wall. You've got some non-slip paint on this concrete, and these are in really great condition, quite new. And you're looking, you've got the condo building here, you've got some infills here, and then we've got some mixed commercial. Kind of unlikely that we're going to see a big developments here. This is one of the deeper lots where you could do that in. The rest, these lots are pretty shallow, so it's unlikely that you're going to get something that big anywhere really close to you, but crazier things have happened. I certainly don't expect anything for the next so many years while condos are kind of in a slump. This is a great little wood screen door, which is sweet. You can throw a glass lens in there if you want. And we open up into the standard steel door with some nice decorative. It's private and keyless entry. We've got this little alcove that we're in. This house was originally built in 1910, so we're going to see a few features from 1910. This wallpaper likely isn't one of them, but it's kind of replicating that. Same with the chair rail. And we've got nice little space up in here. We've got I don't know if you can see the coves in the ceilings. It's quite pretty. And this is a really nice beveled glass. Some SMR for you. A beveled glass door. and an old brass handle. Look at that. So there's going to be some really nice features to this house. There's going to be some things that you won't want to change at all. And there's going to be some other things that you will want to change, but hopefully not much. It's an old security system here. So the house is wired for security system. Doorbell works, security there. And we've got some nice features that you can see around here, very elaborate crown moldings. So what I just want to draw to your attention is this is quite a large semi, 17.75 feet. We're right attached on the south side, and we've only got like a foot of egress to the curb on the other side. So this is a very wide interior semi. Got this beautiful oak flooring that's just been refinished throughout, and we got a lot of width. So we've got a nice little fireplace here with a mantle. This fireplace was just reconditioned. It worked perfectly. It's been it hasn't been used in a while, so I just have had it on for a long time now. It's working really well, but it smells like it's burnt off some dust. So hopefully that will go away quickly. And again, we got a great mantle. We got these crowns. It was rewired and rebuilt. And that information is going to all be in all the specific property features, room by room details, and overviews are going to be in the buyer book, which you can download as well. So I'm not going to recite everything. I'm just going to point out what can be seen and remember whatever dates and dimensions that I can. So again, we've got some nice casement windows here. We've got some of this stuff has been rebuilt. Some of the casings and moldings have been redone. Got some California shutters over here. That's north facing into the commercial area. So you can kind of get light bouncing off the ceiling, but not see all that stuff that's going on. Nice chandelier with a medallion above it. Again, just pot lights, but not the kind of pot lights that you see. They're really, I really appreciate these pot lights. They bounce light in the right place, and it's not like a landing strip of bloody. If you're ever doing a house, just don't do all those pot lights. It's not great lighting. We've got a nice brass light here. It's hard to see there. That's LED replacement, but it'll feature nicely here. You can put a nice closet system here, but it does have a rear entrance, and we'll talk about that in a bit, where you have a full closet. So we have a receptacle there, and this is my jacket. I need jacket. Thank you. I'll do some shout outs in a bit. And so we've got just so you can see how much space is here. This isn't just one of those dining room setups where you put all the dining room like right up against, and I know I've distorted the lens, but look at, there's like lots of space here, okay? So this is a big living room and a big house. I believe it is 1,500 and like around 50 square feet above. It's a nice little tableau here. You've got beautifully refinished oak railings. So if you like a little heritage in your house, this is great. You've got a nice digital thermostat. We are replacing the battery, so that will go back in. We've got obviously smoke and CO2 detection. So this is some of the more original flooring, but it's pretty good. There is a crack little thing right there, but it's in there. It's not coming out. That's for my marketing, don't worry about that. And again, we have pot lights, but only where required. And then we have this new track light, which is really, really useful. It's a very large eat-in kitchen with a jazz band in it. They go everywhere. There is this is eat-in, but this could be, more cabinetry, anything you want. Like it could be a desk or a den, because you do have like eating right here. So it depends. If you've got young kids and everything, it's great to have them sitting here and keeping busy while you're cooking and looking after everything. Got a good LG dishwasher here that's stainless steel. I don't know if anyone knows anything's in there. That is potable, not potable, I mean it's all potable, but it's filtered drinking water. But you can see that the inside of this one could use a new, just some MacTac. If you ask my mom, that's what it needs. But that's a killer water filtration system that is right there for your water. This, you can see here, is a sign of a broken seal. So this window, you can just replace this glazing only if you want, mostly to clean up that window. but it does also reduce the R value of the window when the seal breaks. And you can see there are security, little security bits, wires here and there for all the windows and everything like that. There's also some hardware for one of those kitschy little window things. But we like this view. We get a sunset coming into this to here. Almost every evening that there's sun, it comes through here. And from here, we can also kind of get a little layout of what's going on. So you've got a private deck here, and then you've got a massive shed. This is the rear entrance. We'll get to that in a second. And then you've got this kind of area here, play area here with some stone in the corner. There's another kind of canopied shed there. The son of the previous owners was keeping a lot of his tools and stuff in here. There's a little hose bib there. We'll show you some of that. And then that little that's a little shortcut into what you see there, which is the laneway suite, okay? So, and that property. So we'll get back to that in a bit. But if we're here on this countertop, you know, this is melamine, so it's a little worn, but a nice countertop would work well here. We just didn't know if we wanted to replace all the cabinets. They're quite passable. They're not a bad quality, but you know, they've been around the bend. We've painted out the rear tile, but it looks really good. And we've got lights over our gas range and a working fan, which I believe, yeah, that's going to be internally vented. It could be vented easily outside, but currently it isn't. And then we've got, just got to turn that down a little bit, and a great little microwave stand here. And again, we've got some great crown moldings. So this kitchen in its day was pretty hot. Everything functions. There's power in there. If you do have a toaster in here, just remember not to toast stuff and close this. New code would mean that as soon as you close it, the power goes off in there. But I doubt this has that. Okay, we got a Amana. Is it an Amana? Yeah, an Amana fridge, full-size fridge and freezer. It's clean, basic. Oh, we've got food. So we got some, and I'm sorry, and then there's the gas range, which is an LG range as well, in pretty darn good shape. So back here, this used to be a 3-piece bathroom, okay, and through this door here was, let's see the tile work, through this door was a shower, okay, so they've extended the storage to the shower. This door we've just got to work on a little bit, a little rough. But you can see that that part used to be a shower. So now it's just a massive, massive closet. And I'm just gonna say that nobody likes this door. Like I said, has to be adjusted. But nobody really likes a 3-piece on their main floor. It's weird. And there's 1 and 2 pieces. We've got medicine cabinet and lots of tile. And more medicine cabinet and some storage underneath for a little bathroom, or for a little, what was I gonna say? Garbage can or something. Okay, so what's that? Oh, this just opens up like this, I guess. It's kind of a little funky. Yeah, that doesn't turn, that's fixed. This turns the knob, and that doesn't actually connect too easily. So this is a work in progress. It's one of these, it's when they replaced it for one of these keyless entry systems. But we've got gas for a barbecue. We've got some nice privacy fencing. And this is a quick pan. We've got a gate to the side, and then a gate through the rear, and this massive shed. Some lighting, and there is power in the shed, and there's water in the shed, and there's water right there. I don't have my shoesies on. I'm gonna show you anyway, okay. So there's your gate. We've got this nice stonework here, and in the back in a kind of a cove shape. Oh yeah, there's something I should tell you about. So the lot line for this, as you can see, it follows the eaves here, right? And goes along. But that tree pretty much straddles the lot line. So it's very difficult for the fence to go straight through that tree. So instead, this fencing just kind of goes across, but you can see where the sheds end. That's where the property ends. So there is technically an encroachment of those little fences because you can't get the fence to go across. And this shed has the same thing where its boards just go straight up against their garage. So that is just something you have to acknowledge when you buy the place. Nobody's complaining about it. It's not really an argument. It's just something you'd have to acknowledge. And this thing is packed, but I'll just show you. It's got gravel floor. It's got all the shelving. I don't really want to show inside, but it has lighting, mostly because it's a disaster, but also because some of their private stuff's in there. Okay, so good solid deck. There is a plan in this house for a separate entrance to the basement. So we do have the plans for that were accepted. And in the data room, we have those plans. And that's it. Oh, I see. Yeah, it just locks by itself. So that is, those were plans done by an architect. They've got like detailed building permit. They're permit ready plans. Okay, so let's go upstairs first, shall we? We've got a skylight. We open up really nicely in here. It's getting darker outside, so we're losing our light, but so be it. So this is a mirrored door here. So let's start with the ode to Greco-Roman architecture. This actually is quite nice. It's got a jacuzzi inside the glass. I will just say the glass door just needs a little adjustment because it just touches there. And it's got a little rubber pad here and it opens up against that. But it's, you know, it's got columns and arches and lots of detail work. It's got inset medicine cabinets. It's got rough-ins for speakers. This is where it gets a little off the charts here. We've got these kinds of light fixtures here. And the crown moldings are getting, you know, let's just say excessive. But look at, it's all functional and was quite the scene in its day. And it's built well. It's got a newer toilet, this pedestal sink. Yeah, so what can I say? It's got a fan. It works well. If you wanna replace it or update it, go for it. It's actually pretty good. You just have to kind of, when you step back, it gets a little much as you step back, but just stay focused and do what you need to do. Lots of switches. So then we're gonna go to the rear bedroom. But before we do that, I'll just give you a view of the landing. Again, I'm kind of on a wide angle view, which will narrow the perspective from the middle. This is a nice room. I like the color, yellow. So this is a good size. We've got a queen size bed in here for perspective. We've got a big casement window, replacement window here. We've got a wall sconce, which is switched here. And we've got a big closet, right, with a little bit of shelving around here. And then we've got, and that bifold door works well. We've got window coverings, and then this has a little bonus room to it. And so this is over that mudroom that we were going in, where we've got plumbing just below us over here. So this is a great room. It's got older windows, but they're doubled. There's power and there's some broadloom on the floor. And if it gets chilly, there's a little heater here. And you've got some lighting and a little revealed box in there for artwork. And it's cute. It'd be a great little play area, additional play area to the bedroom for this room, or an office or den workspace. I think we've called it a den. Okay. These would be, I believe these would be the gumwood doors. Don't quote me on that, but they look like, and they're the same heritage of the gumwood doors. And I love these glass knobs, which work, right, and haven't been painted over 1,000 times. These ones are not glass knobs, but this is pretty solid. We've got kind of a textured wall on this side, And we've got this wall sconce here. Now we're into one of the 5-panel oak. I'm pretty sure this would be an oak door. If it was gumwood, it would be pretty cool. Same hardware, and we get into this bedroom. Again, I don't mind this color. I get a little tired of the white sometimes, so it's nice to keep a little color in a room. We've replaced the light fixture in the ceiling. Again, we've got a replacement casement window. This is one of the newest ones, as like the front, and we've got some blinds, and then we've got the same big closet in here with the same kind of scenario on either side. So it's solid. Let's get over here. Now this is a big double closet that we've got in the hallway. So if you did want to go up to a 3rd floor at some point, you do have enough room for a landing to come up and bring your stairs up this way, right? And then and extend that 1/4 floor into a full floor and have another level to this house if you wanted. There is access to your attic space in there, and really big, deep. A linen closet is probably an understatement. This room would be the full width of the house, so it's massive. And we've got some nice textured plaster. Love this. Coming around here. I don't know if you can see it. It's quite lovely. And a new light fixture. And this is one of these original windows. Why would you ever replace it? It's got the etched glass. Does it open, you ask me? And my answer is yes. Opens nicely. Got a big space here. You could make this a wall of closets if you wanted. You could do a bunch of different stuff, but you do have generally a wall of closets here. And I'm just hitting the carpet right there, so forgive me. We replace these knobs and have left a little bit of again, these are kind of some of the minor things I'm pointing out. This lock also doesn't kind of lock unless I really work it, so they use it's basically like a bathroom knob lock. Click it, it's fine. The neighbors are quite friendly and have yet to hop over and try and break in. So again, we've got a storm door, which is good because this door, although it is a double seal door, exterior door, it's good to have something else breaking the wind and stuff like that, other than me. Wow. So we've got a great little space out here. You're getting some good bounce, but you get some morning light too. So you're getting some good light bouncing off of that, some golden light there. This tree's really fantastic when it's fully bloomed and everything. And we're just looking down Moberly this way south, okay? And we were looking at some of the brick before, and you can see, actually, it's not as bad as I thought. There's just some little bits and bobs. But from here, we can see that the eaves and the soffits and the fascia are all looking good. There is an air conditioner, which, so these, look at these eaves. These look like they've never been used. In fact, they might be quite new. And we've got a 200 amp service coming through with 100 amps to the main house and another 100 amps going back to the laneway. So we'll talk about that when we get there. Let's close this, and then why don't I meet you in the basement. So heading down to the basement, may not look it on the video, but I've got lots of space from here to here. Lots of space. And sometimes they're as little as 28 inches, and this has got to be 40 inches or something. Lots of headroom has been cut out here. This looks like it's been expanded during one of the renovations. This would be the standard width to the basement, and then it's been expanded. So it feels very good. You've got a good vinyl floor here, a little bit of a bench here, because the floor has been lowered. The basement has been lowered. So I'm 6 feet tall. I'm in bare feet right now. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if it's showing you. But suffice to say, I got good clearance here. A few pocket doors here. Glass pocket door. So this is enough to cut out some of the Sound, if you have a little movie room down here. We got a full-size sofa in here. We got some pot lights. It's a great little room, totally finished, vinyl flooring like I said. And then it also opens up to the 2 bifolds to the basement. We got a copper water line coming in, which is what we like to see. A good size one too. And we have a laundry sink and a little window. And we have the 100 amp panel here. And you know, if we're talking code, nobody really likes water to be so close to the panel. But that's the way it is here. So there are things you could do to try and protect that if you wanted. But that's something that normally people would go, meh, we don't like that so much. Luckily, it's got newer hoses and everything's looking like it's in pretty good condition. This is the vent for the dryer. And these are front load systems, classic dryer, 1 knob, 1 button. That probably will last more than any fancy dryer out there. Slightly more fancy Whirlpool front load. Clean, full size. Doesn't have that gross rubber stuff. And then we have a service access to service and access the utility room, okay? Which we access not from here, because that gives you room for a TV, but from over here. So this is going to be our utility room, which is full of crap. Yeah, but full of crap and full of a Lennox. This is my favorite furnace. And we can tell by the 2 white pipes that it's newer vintage and to more recent code. And it's got like more recent updates on the hang on, I'm just going to try and get in here on the gas line. And then let me see if I can see the inspection line. Sometimes I can just, this says 97, but there's also another one here which says 2013. So that's what this all looks like, 2013 to me. That makes more sense. You can see a humidifier plunked onto the air intake. And so, or would that be the output? That'd be the output. So it does have a humidifier. So nice Lennox system. And then we got double doors. These, again, this beveled glass with brass mullion that opens up, 2 of these doors, that opens up into this kind of interstitial room that was a great office or den. It's got a big window here. Slot wall, kind of like a shiplap look here. Kind of slick, some nice pot lights, not too many pot lights. And then it opens up into a pretty big bedroom over here. And we've got switches and receptacles everywhere for TV sets up there. This paneling, this slot wall really looks sharp in here. We just have to replace some of that, but you'll see that we that all happened when there's storage under the stairs here. It's very clean under here. There's even a light switch. Look at that. Sweet. I'd like to see that. This is your joists that go right into the brick. No cutaways that we can see there. That's nice. Nice solid stairs that have been totally rebuilt. That's all recent. And painted. Looks good. A receptacle. Why not? And so what happened here is some of these services would have been brought through for the laneway suite. So this used to be a bathroom, okay, and isn't currently a bathroom. So we have, you know, hinges for the door. We could put the door back on really easily, and this could be another quick bathroom. However, we've left it this way because this also can be the separate entrance. So if this was, we have the plans as I mentioned, and this could easily be converted into the mudroom for the separate entrance. You come in, there'd be a kitchen over on this side and living space and bedroom in the back. So there's great designs for it. There's, I think, a couple of different options. All are ready for approval. Okay, so that's this basement. Again, we've added So we're 1,500 square feet plus another, we're over 2,000 something square feet with this basement. So let's head over to the piece de resistance. All right, let's head down along this laneway. And I just missed the sunset, I apologize. And we're gonna point out that we have this door to the backyard. And you'll notice also that parking into this backyard would be awkward because we built this we've leveled out the whole backyard. And it's got this nice concrete pad that it sits on, or this retaining wall. There's drainage. And this is the gate, then the private gate. Let me just do this and widen it out a bit. This is the private gate for the laneway suite. And I put a little welcome sign, so when you come to visit, that's the one you want to go through. And then we have this roll-up door, which I will demonstrate for you in a bit. It's pretty cool. So it can easily fit 3 cars, but really easily it can fit 2 cars. That's my car that I just tucked in there pretty easily. And again, we've got Eastland Park right here, and this is our laneway suite. It's a pretty handsome little place, really in a canopy of trees when the trees are out and about. And let's just show you a little bit. So we've got this, again, this nice retaining wall here, nice gates, stonework through here, natural stone steps. There's fancy names for this type of stonework and for this type of really durable wood siding. You've got a little overhang over there with some pot lights. We've got cameras. Got these really beautiful kind of recessed features. All the windows have privacy blinds, which are power operated. We have in here, and it might be a little bit of a mess because we were just in and out. Yeah, it is a bit of a mess, but quite easily fits 3 bins aside. And we've got a little bit of a shelf, and we've got some hooks on the back there. We just shoved some stuff on top. You get a little bit of light through that clear ceiling, corrugated plastic ceiling stuff, really easy to open and close. Check it out. You get to actually get exterior egress coming to the backyard, going to the backyard. And before I forget, let me show you something. Like, this could have asphalt on it, no problem. So I was getting a quote on that. So if anybody wants to know, I'll have that in a bit. Here's your power charger for your electric car. So that's just a rough-in for a charger. This is your vent because right here we have a little mechanical room. And then this is a sneaky cool little, again, we've got different elevations all separated with a concrete retaining wall. We've got more storage up here for hoses and other little things. We've got a gate that closes right here, but if you open it, we're at the back of the other house. Okay, so I will just put that there, and we've got a few leaves that have gathered. Our leaves, it is fall. I sweep them and they come back. So I don't know, I'm sorry, along the side I also meant to show you there is a separate electric meter, hydrometer for this unit. And then we've got the main gas that comes in this way. That's your shut off to the main gas. There's a frost-free hose bib along there. This is like this board and batten that's made out of like an engineered wood. Again, here's our retaining wall that kind of creeps out this way. And then we've got the composite wood decking that kind of L's out and expands over here. This was a nice grass patch, but dogs, can I say? There's a dog involved. The eaves kind of come down here, downspout comes down here, and does a really good job. We got a shut off to a gas barbecue bib. We got hydro there. We've also got hydro that I just passed over on the far end. We've got trees. And then if we look a little lower, we got a nice privacy fence. It's about 6 feet high. And again, we're behind the neighbor's house and another bit of a neighbor's house. This used to be a great big garage. and it's got a separate ARN, A-R-N, which is the roll number and the property roll number, and so it has a separate tax bill. We've got laundry exhaust there. That's exhaust that's coming through for the furnace. The other ones were intakes. We've got 3 really dramatic window sets, 2 walkouts into our house. We've got another camera up here. We've got some nice eaves going along here. It's kind of got it's got nice lines to it. It's not too flat and boring. And we got lots of space. So this is a big full-size table that we've just put out here to demonstrate how much space there is back here. This lot, let me see if I can remember this, is 30 feet wide by 60 feet deep, I believe. Yeah, so 30 feet wide. So that's a big width for a house, and 60 feet deep with your parking in the front and a shallow backyard makes for a really nice size house. So again, we've got touchscreen stuff. We've got fancy doorbells, and we've got touchscreen locks. We walk right in, and it's a really nice shaped house. So let me tell you what we got when we first walk in. We've got the garage door opener, which also has remotes and stuff. So then you're totally private from the laneway. I think you know where this is going. But we'll hang around just in case something dramatic happens. And we're done. Got a double closet here in the front entrance. Okay. Also in the front entrance, it's a little alcove for cute things or shoes. And we've got, from here I can look up and I can get this great shot going up to this. So we're gonna get a lot of natural light coming up from our skylight up there. And these are some great lines, beautiful wood handrails on the glass, ways to really soften up the glass. It's really quite nice, and then you don't have to have handrails. And we have a powder room right to the left. Okay, pretty straightforward. We're gonna fix those. And a small sink, mirror, pot light, fan, solid doors. And then we've got our kitchen, which we'll get to in a second. Dining, living is in behind this space. We've got our furnace, which is gonna have an HRV. We've got a big manifold for this combi boiler here. And a Naven combi boiler. So this boiler is going to be, you can see this is the one that's ducting out and over to the backyard there. So this is going to be doing your domestic hot water and your radiant in-floor heating for the whole first floor. So those are pumps for the radiant in-floor heating. There's also an HRV, which is like a heat ventilator return. And this is I mean, I call these, what do I call these? I call these furnaces, it's an air handler. But it works on basically it's a fan coil unit where you've got like a coil. They're very efficient, they're quiet, and they're really simple. So they are really great units. This is a house that was designed by Craig Race and his Lanescape team, and it's really fantastic. So it's one of my favorite ones he's done. It was one of his earlier designs, and they went all out for sure. So we're gonna start by showing you the kitchen, which is like a full-size kitchen. You've got, because you're using the full width and you've got a lot of cabinet space, not as much counter, we have more counter space here with a breakfast bar. And we've got power under there for your laptop and stuff. We've got treats, so come visit us. Full-size pantry with shelves and drawers. This is a beautiful LG range with a glass top slide-in range. And we've got like actual tile backsplash here, which is a really nice contrast. We've got a microwave combination vent, which this one does vent outside, okay? And we've got little transformers and stuff for all our under task lighting. And we've got switches, and everything's on dimmers as well. So you can really set the mood. We've got our dishwasher inset where our big double sink, a little bit of soap dispenser. And then you've got a walkout on this side. And we've got all of these things, which are pretty, is this right? Oh yeah, sorry, it's quiet. There it goes. You can just let that go. You can walk around, just press a bunch of buttons and walk away. So you've got this great kind of very wide, full. It's great because the flow of this entire living space goes out into this backyard. So it makes for some really great times. More pot lights in this part. And we've got awning windows, so you don't have to open up full windows. Great hardware, with locking hardware, a wide plank, engineered hardwood flooring. And then you can see how we wrap around the utility room and into this space here. And it's got this, you still get a little urban feel. We got the kind of the hardwood flooring sign that you can kind of see over our garage roll up there. Again, made private if you want, with all of those blinds. We got a little music playing in here right now, but it's all wired and ready to go for sound and subwoofers and all that kind of stuff. There's also another access panel here for the engineering and the air handler. And so this is some of that. There's controls for the air circulation, and then the Ecobee. Oh, he hasn't peeled off his little plastic thing. Oh, I want to do that so desperately, but the new owner can do that if they want. Look, dimmers everywhere, okay? Power everywhere. There's lots of width here. You could easily have a nice piece of furniture here and fill it up. We've tried to keep it a little bit open to your imagination, but it's it's quite different from the standard like long, narrow space. Great door lens. You got kind of privacy everywhere you look. So let's go up these stairs and around. And you'll see again, we've got a big view of our oversized skylight. Got all the latest tube code for the fire and smoke and carbon monoxide stuff. Let's open up straight ahead first, shall we? So that's on a motion sensor, as you noticed. And this is our laundry, stack laundry, nice, good, practical laundry. Recessed hoses, really easily accessible in case of emergency. Also in case of emergency, floor drain and a curb set, my favorite. Lots of storage. Ultra quiet fan in there, all to code. And solid doors, so quiet. So let's start in the family bathroom. So when I turn around, I get these nice slivers of windows. And we've got a family bath, which has some fun, funky cabinetry in it. Lots of storage, little room for taller garbage cans and things like that if you want. And this has a lot of space on every side, so just in case, I don't know, you've got kitty litter or something like that, you can go for it. We've got a nice big skylight in here. Again, another ultra quiet fan. And we've got the full tub for the family with the adjustable shower head. Really, these nice fixtures. Pretty slick. Yeah. Nice big room, big bathroom. Lots of people can hang out in here. So we're gonna have 2 bedrooms on this side. So both are pretty much the same size, so there's no infighting. We've got these floor to ceiling windows with awnings, which are really cool. And still, again, all of these power blinds everywhere. We've also got fans in here as well. So, and TV mounts and TVs. And big closets. Lots of stuff right now in these. Forgive us, but you know, people gotta live. And then we'll get back to that one in a second. Look at the next one. So that's a closet for the other place, and this is a big double closet, same size, and maybe a bit of a larger window here. Ceiling fan, big wall on this side. These are queen size beds we've got in here, okay? But you got some big windows, and again, there's gonna be a lot of greenery out here. I've actually never been here in the winter, it's always in the summer, and it's just a wall of green. Really quite beautiful. Okay, double closets, no surprises in there. And then let's walk into the primary bedroom. So we've got a king size bed in here right now with still lots of room on this side. If you wanted a dresser over here, we've got a plug over there, so you could put like a high boy there if you wanted. It's a little tight if you're gonna have a king to put something against here, but you could easily have a console or something. Got a walk-in closet with a slider. Now there's gonna be a few surprises in here. I think we stored a few things in here, but you get the idea. It's quite large. It's large enough to have a massive wardrobe tucked way in here. Okay, so it's really large. That's got one of those holes in it. And oh, it's got a soft close. Another fan as well, so if you're not into using the air conditioner, you know, you can keep those fans going. And then we've got a nice big full-size ensuite with double sinks, lots of storage, a nice window into the shower, quiet fan, great lighting, great tile work. Just an all-around really easy to clean, easy to maintain, pretty, great design. It's got in-floor heating, radiant. This would be electric in-floor heating, not off of the Navien. And there's no basement in this house, so there's nowhere to put your crap except in all of those sheds and everything like that. That's why we've got all those sheds for your bikes and all that stuff. And this is a great view down here too. So this is just a wonderful house. And we are obviously thinking that people who are co-buying, families, investors, are really going to enjoy these properties. This one property with the two houses. And we ask you to come by and see us at one of our open houses, or call me directly for any more information, and check out this exciting home. Thank you so much for taking all this time to go through. Again, if you might have questions, if you're working with a realtor, please let your realtor know, and I'll do my best to answer them all. In the meantime, you have a great day.